Good morning, everyone. Sorry it's been a while since I've been live. A little bit crazy around here. Got 2 dogs out and 1 dog hasn't eaten yet, so if you hear a bunch of growling, that's why. We'll see what happens. So I've been doing a lot of zone 2 training on my stationary bike trainer. The nice thing about zone 2 is it's super low intensity, so you can do it pretty much every day without getting super sore or anything like that, but still doing the ice bath regularly for recovery as well. So there's a lot of mixed information about if zone 2 training is good or not. I like it, especially in 80-degree mornings, because my trainer is outside in the garage and my garage is not air conditioned, so good way to prepare for the hot weekend rides, and then of course cool down with a nice plunge. So I'm still working out after my plunges, just not as morning. I can't actually read that, but I'll look at it when I get out. I forgot what I was saying. Oh, still working out after my plunges to get that full hormonal surge, but doing the pre-workout, just like I said, it's not really high intensity. It's, you can have a conversation and do it basically, so it's not like doing the ice bath afterward is stopping any muscle gain or anything like that, because that's not my goal. Whew. Do have a few pieces of ice in here still. Got another piece I'm sitting on, it hasn't released yet. Did a couple hot bike rides on the weekend. It's funny when we go up to South Mountain, because I really wish I could just transport my ice bath there, because it's so hot when we come off. By the time I get home, they'll have cooled down, so it's a little bit more of a relaxing ice bath versus it's hot, let me jump in. I still struggle with when it's colder, getting in the ice. I know it's good, and like my end goal is to eventually do a nature one, but those days are a little bit more difficult. We're working on revamping the program, making it... I completely understand. I grew up in Wyoming and I hate being cold. And so when my family found out I was doing this, they were like, what is wrong with you? We actually do have a program to help people get started, but do you have access to like cold showers? I know right now in Phoenix, it is not, you can't get cold water because the cold water from the tap is still like 80 degrees. But do you have access to a gym or anything that maybe has a pod or anything like that? That's a good way to get started. Or even just a bathtub full of ice, depending on how much ice you want to buy. I would say, do not jump into like 32-degree water for your first time. I've seen that mistake a few times in some of my ice bath groups about people commenting like, yeah, my first time was in my friend's Morosco, which of course they make ice so they get down very cold, which can be a bad idea. So it depends on what your goals are. If your goal is kind of recovery, post cardio, things like that, you can go up in the 50s, 40s and be fine. If your goal is muscle gain, 50s and 40s is still fine, but again, work out after versus before. When you plunge, you get a nice testosterone boost, and you need that little bit of inflammation in the muscles to build muscle, let it repair itself. And then if you're just going for mental and emotional growth, you want it to kind of scare you, so that's when you get into like the 30s and things like that. So there's lots of different ways to get started. Cold showers are kind of most people's entry. Although I will say I hate cold showers. They are the bane of my existence, just because I don't like having to turn to keep myself cold. But mantras help, meditation, music, any of those kind of things can help. So I hope that answers your questions. If you have any other questions, if that didn't answer any of them, please feel free to message me and I will be happy to talk about it with you. Have a great Monday, guys.